What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, DN Duel Commentary. Let's get some duels in before the Heat game. We got Siggy the Piggy at the top, 1742. I Coronas. I like that name. 1591 playing Evilswarm. Obviously, he opened up with Allure Darkness. He pitched Magnagora for that. Then he went into Ophion, Caster, Magnagora. And it looks like he's going to probably get an Infestation Infection. Either that or Pandemic Virus. He's gonna get one of them. Alright, so he gets the Trap, Infestation, Infection. I don't think Pandemic Virus is that good anymore. Like, I mean, it's good, but like, it was really at the top of its game when everybody was playing Battle Traps like Mirror Force and Deep Prison, but nobody really plays those anymore, so it's like, I mean, it's really good if you want to like OTK or something like that, because you can just summon as much as you want, and then you don't have to worry about Torrential. But the reason I don't think Evilswarm are good right now is the hand deck just fucks them up way too much. And again, speaking of the devil and the devil shop here, you see Siggy summons the hand, Fire Hand to be precise. And what's gonna happen here? Okay. No, he plays Phoenix Chain. Throwback. Wow. I didn't think anybody still played that card. Oh, never mind. He's Forbidden Lance, so yeah. Phoenix Chain just has to sit there and it doesn't do anything. So now Siggy will take an additional 800. I guess Icaronis has a response. I mean, yeah, he was already going to eat 950. He has to take another 800 on top of that. Okay, so he responds with Book of Moon, so Siggy should gain 800 life points. And Icaronis just saved his cajunes. Haha, Spanish for the win. Alright, so you see that Siggy gains all the life back. The problem is, look what you had to do. You had to use 2 cards just to get rid of one hand monster. A hand monster that would have essentially fucked you up, you know, had you let it. So I would imagine he's going to pop this and get the Pandemic Virus. I mean, there's essentially no point of keeping this token on Ophion. I mean, you might as well just get your spell, if for no other reason, just to thin your deck out. I don't really see. I mean, you can attack. Your Ophion's gonna die. You might as well get the free Speller Trap out of it. Okay, so you see he's going to activate Infestation Infection. He sends back the Thunderbird as a cost, and it gets wiretapped. So this goes back to the deck, actually, which means he can search it out again if he wants. It's unfortunate he just took a -1, but since Ophion was a +1, I guess it all kind of balances out. Because Ophion will essentially, well, when it uses both of its tokens or both of its materials, it ends up going +1. So now Icaronis has some thinking to do. He puts it into, dude, please don't tell me you're not going to use your effect. This guy, I've seen Siggy's deck. I mean, granted, you haven't, but oh man, Siggy has got to be super happy about that. I didn't say super in my Frankie voice. I'm disappointed in myself. Anyways, there's a strong possibility that this is a worm monster. You see the end phase MST, which I wouldn't care at all about. I think maybe he guesses his opponent might be playing level 5 or higher monsters, except for the most part, the only deck that does that is Mermail. I mean, or artifacts. Maybe that's why he's not doing it. Maybe he thinks that there's an artifact back there, but how's he gonna trigger it? I mean, if it's just one monster and if it's just one Speller Trap in the back row and it's an artifact monster, you can't trigger it without, you know, something else. So I'd just go ahead and I'd search Infestation Infection again, because in my opinion, that's the card that can win you, that can basically get you back into the game or win you the game, because it's kind of like an onslaught. Like, it's like a never-ending supply of Kirkyons, and Kirkyon is pretty much just a one-card Exceed, and you've already got Ophion to just instantly banish. So I mean, you can make a Best Dweller and then just attack over the Fire Hand. Or, I mean, you can do some other shit. You can go 101 if they 101 your Ophion. You got options, man. You got options. So Icaronis is thinking here. Huge advantage Siggy right now. I know that the cards are even. I mean, essentially they both have 4. I'm not going to really count this as a card. But huge advantage Siggy because of the monsters he has on board. Now you see that Icaronis is going to activate Ophion, which gets him, I think he's going to go right back for Infestation Infection. Nope, this time he goes for Pandemic Virus. I question a lot of what he's doing. I really do. He puts his Ophion back into attack mode. I guess he figures he's gonna lose it. So why not? I would think I would attack this monster. I mean, if you know you don't have... Okay, he attacks the Fire Hands, and the Ophion dies. Unless he has some type of damage calculation response. Does he? Does he? Okay, I guess he doesn't. Well, anyways, Ice Hand's going to come out. And the good thing is, since he played Phoenix Chain, when this dies, it can still pop the ice. It can still pop the Phoenix Chain. This is the reason why you don't play Phoenix Chain anymore. You play Breakthrough Skill, because Phoenix Chain sits on the field. Thus, your opponent can go Ice Hand, and you still have a monster to blow up. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons why nobody plays that card anymore. Alright, so he plays Rhoda. Caster is a warrior, right? Yeah, I think Caster is a warrior. That's the only reason the deck plays Rhoda, is to get Caster. Man, I just nuked the field. Fuck it. I just make... Well, he can't nuke the food. Yeah, he has this stupid-ass Phoenix Chain on board. That's another reason you shouldn't play this card. It counts against you for Exciton Night. He goes double Caster. And... he's going to exceed into what? He goes into Exciton Night. Oh, okay. Yes, he could. Yes, he could. My bad. I don't know why I can't count. Anyways, damn. Siggy is he's always setting his soul charges like in duns. I will never understand why he constantly... I mean, I know he wants to be able to you know, appear in a position of power, but I just don't understand why he sets his soul charges constantly. Alright, so he gets 3 very reactive traps. I guess he feels like the Bottomless is the least reactive. The card in hand is, it's Dispel, so Bottomless no good. Bottomless is no good. It really just depends on what this face down is. Anyways, Ikarones has clear advantage over the duel now after he Exciton Knighted the fuck out of Siggy. And he has +1 on cards. Plus he knows that his face down is Bottomless. So you see he activates Infestation. He activates 2 of them. And I guess he's going to blow the field up again. Alright. So yeah, he activates 2 of them. And he torches the field. Good call. Now, I guess he just wanted to simplify the game. They're both playing one-on-one now. I mean, not sure. I'm not sure how much... I guess he wanted to play around the hand monsters. In particular, like Ice Hand. Anyways, he ends up getting the beater he needs. Not the beater he deserves, though. He's not the beater he deserves. So anyways, he attacks for, what, 3550? And play goes back to Siggy, who is in desperate need of a monster. Except he draws a Speller Trap. Better hope that that isn't a Worm Speller Trap. Otherwise, he could be in some serious doo-doo. Ikarones, I mean, yeah, you would think that he's just going to keep attacking until, you know, like Siggy does something to stop him. And since nobody plays battle, monsters or battle traps, like, it's the one good thing about this format is you can get one monster and just win. All you need is for your opponent to keep top decking mounds and mounds of traps, and you just keep attacking with your field. Like, you never have to commit to another summon. And I am absolutely shocked that Ikarones has completely turned that duel around with some questionable plays. I mean, I'm just going to say Exciton bailout. I mean, he was super hesitant to use his Ophion effect the second time, and kind of felt like both players were kind of stalling, and I don't really know how that duel got to where it was. I'm surprised that Siggy didn't just try and exceed with the Yagen, knowing that his opponent didn't really have much on board. But regardless, I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles, and Ikarones wins the duel. So Siggy is taking first in this Evilswarm versus Worm matchup, which honestly I thought would be completely in the favor of Worms, because Yagen just gives you all the advantage you need. Like, Ophion is not doing shit against Yagen. When you use 2 monsters to make Ophion and then you attack into a Yagen, it's like, whoops, oh, okay, I don't have Ophion anymore. So... ooh, and that is a huge break for Siggy. He draws rank up the 7th one as his 6th card, which means he's going to immediately rank up. And wow, he just brought out a Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I just want to see what the chat's saying about that. The fuck? Oh shit. So I don't even know what this card does. Let's read it. 3 level 9 monsters, has to be powerful. 4,500 attack. Once per turn, you can detach One exceed material until the end phase. Negate effects of all other face-up cards on the field. And if you do, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. Holy shit! If one of the materials is Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, I love that card, by the way. That one right there. Then you can do what? You can tribute up to 2. You can tribute 2 monsters to this card. Gets 3 attacks? Damn! Holy... Why would you even need 3 attacks with a fucking 4,500 monster? God! It is unfortunate. The art is garbage, though. What is that? Like, the art on Tachyon is awesome. It's got like that... Well, it not only does it kind of look like... It looks like a... It kind of looks like a Gundam / like Red Eyes Metal Darkness Dragon. Not Red Eyes. Red Eyes Metal Black Dragon, but like mixed with a Gundam. And then it's got that, you know, that really nice pink in the background. It's got some orange. It looks like it's in space. And then you get to this, and it's like this fucking yellow glob. And I'm like, what is this thing? Now, I've actually thought about using rank up the 7th one in my Boojins because... obviously, if you draw it, you can just put out broken shit like this. But if I draw it in my opening hand, then I don't have to worry because I can just pitch it for Yamato. Like Yamato just, you know, discards shit every turn, so it's no big deal to just discard it and you know, get like a Crane or, you know, a Mikazuki or a Harume to my hand or something like that. I also drop Aristuda. I fucking hate that card. I'm just done with it. Our relationship was not a good one. Okay, so Ikaronis, top decks, Evilswarm Thunderbird, and you'd imagine he's going to chain the effect. Oops, never mind, breakthrough skill. But he might have a pandemic virus in him. He could use pandemic virus. Oh, okay, never mind. So yeah, Thunderbird gets banished for good this time, and I mean Murmillo gets the +1 bottomless. So I mean, it's like, why not burn it? Wow, that's crazy. I've never seen anybody ever summon this card. And literally, I didn't even know it existed. Alright, so we see set 4 during the end phase, and we got an MST on an MST. That happens a lot, ironically. And it looks like Tachyon Dragon is gonna activate. What's your effect again, Tachyon Dragon? Negate the effects of all other effects on the field. Oh, okay, so your opponent cannot activate cards or effects, which means he can't use these traps. This guy's negated, but, I mean, if he puts another beater on board, I guess he could OTK him. Now, we have a Fiendish Chain, and it switched to defense mode? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess it switched to defense mode because it hadn't actually, you know, like, attacked or anything like that. Yeah, that's what I think was going to happen. I think he was going to go attack, and make, like, Cowboy for game, or Cowboy in main phase 2. Anyways, we have a set monster, and then we have Robbery of the Warlords, which I was gonna say. I mean, this is a dragon, and this is an insect, so I'm not quite. I guess he would have just kept the insect, but I mean, you got Fiendish Chain on this, so I don't know. All right, regardless, play has resumed. He flips over Worm Kataros, which is a huge advantage to Siggy the Piggy, because not only does he get him a free Zax, but he basically gets to get a free Exceed too, because, I mean, he's playing with house money. So he decides to take Yagen, and he's going to normal summon it. Okay, he's just going battle-centric. You know, again, we talk about how nobody plays battle traps, so, you know, why not go ham? You attack for 36 plus 12, that's 48. He took 100, and I think he needs to take 900 more. He does. I think he might go... Okay, he goes Tsukiyumi. I thought he was going to go Pharaoh Imps. Sets 1. Activate Tsukiyumi's effect. Pitching Yagen, and Ikaronis gets a chance to respond here. Alright, we had a Forbidden Chalice on Tsukiyumi. Tsukiyumi will get no effect. Problem with Ikaronis is, and obviously fighting down this is going to be difficult for any deck, you just wonder, how can he clear all these monsters? And I guess he didn't have an answer there because he scooped it up. I think that's going to be the title of this video. first time ever someone summons Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon in Worms. You know what? Yeah, that might be the first time ever. But I know, okay, so, and I've seen this card, I've seen the 7th one used about 4 times on DM. So I've seen that one. The one I thought most people would summon would be, what's it called? The fucking, the number 101 guy. He's really good. The Chaos 101 guy is really good because he snatch steals monsters every single turn. And then when he dies and goes to the graveyard, when he has a material on him, you gain life points equal to his attack, and then he fucking like resummons himself for a second. He resummons himself, but after that he just dies. Like after, no, he doesn't just die, but what I'm saying is if he's destroyed the second time, he really dies. But I think if you have a material on him, when he dies, you get life points equal to his attack, and then he resummons himself. I think he's 28k. He's ridiculous, and he doesn't really take anything else to really play, because who doesn't play 101? It's a stable card in any deck that can rank 4C. And then there was one more my opponent summoned on me, and he just fucked me up with it. I don't know what its name was, but it was a chaos monster. It was, I think it required like 5 level 4 monsters and shit like that. And its effect was, or it may have been higher. I don't know. I'll eventually look the card up. But its effect was, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you negate that effect, you discard 1 card randomly from their hand, and then you fucking cut their life points in half. I was like, who came up with this? Like, this is insane. So, I mean, wow. Alright, so, Icarona has had this set 3, which, if you're playing against Evilswarm, it's always a good thing when your opponent doesn't open with Ophion. But if they open with nothing with back rows, you know you're in good shape, because to me that probably says, hey, the only monster I have is like, you know, Magna Gora or some shit like that. And Siggy opens up with Yex. You know, the reason why Siggy's deck is so successful is because look at the amount of easy +1s he can get to. Like, okay, now he doesn't necessarily have to summon first off. He can easily just go set Fire Hand, set, you know, set Kataros. But if he does normal summon during his first turn, he's probably looking at going for either Yax or, you know, Myrmilio. So it's like both of those are +1s if they resolve. Now, if you obviously breakthrough skill them, you know, that changes things. But if they resolve, you get +1s. So we've seen an end-phase MST, okay, end-phase double MST, on breakthrough skill and Black Horn of Heaven. And I'm not crazy about the end-phase MST, but when you double MST, I like it because, I mean, your opponent really only has 1 card, essentially, then 1, maybe 2 cards, and you've just taken down, you've taken the odds, you put the odds in your favor, especially if you're going to try Fornix C. And ouch, the last card happened to be W Meteorite, and that is huge. Now, you can actually Solemn W Nubella Meteorite, but this card is incredible. So, first off, Yagen's going to get flipped if Coronis has no response. Yagen's going to get flipped. Yagen's effect will activate. It's going to target a face-up monster on field, namely this guy with the backwards German text. Heliotrope is going to go to the hand. Then both worms are going to be put face down. Siggy will draw for each face down worm he has, 2, and then he'll get Worm King out. Now, W Nubella it's highly susceptible to Torrential Tribute, but that's pretty much it. And even if you do get TT'd, you draw a lot anyway. So it's like, it's never really like a minus or anything like that. Like, the card is really, really good. It's really legit. If there was only some way that it could work with Yax, I mean, granted, Yax gets Yagen, but kind of wish like Yax could like put himself in the face down present. I wish like when he was flip summoned, like he gained, I don't know, 500 attack or something like that. Like he was like Yugioh armor, but when you normal summoned him, obviously he had a dump effect. Okay, so that's exactly what's gonna happen. Yagen is gonna send Heliotrope back to the deck, or back to the hand, and the flipping of the worm monsters going face down doesn't happen until what's it called? Doesn't happen until the end phase. So if Icaronis is expecting something to happen, nothing's gonna happen. Worms are just nasty looking monsters, aren't they? Alright, so they both go face down. Now Siggy had 2 worms put face down, so he'll draw 2. And assuming he didn't side out or draw Worm King, he'll summon Worm King. Now he didn't summon it, which probably means that he sided it out. And against Evilswarm, if you only have one level set, if you only have one monster in your entire deck that they can stop, I mean, why wouldn't you? All right, so once again, Siggy is pretty much going in. He makes Constellar Omega. And he's going to attack for 24 and 18. That's 4,200 total. Not playing conservative at all. He must have the adequate traps to kind of back him up. You might see an M7 play, and it looks like you do. Now he sets 1, 2, 3 in his back row. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he must feel very confident in his back row to, I mean, not only to make M7, but to normal summon another Yagen. I mean, that takes a lot. That's a lot. All right, so you see Ikarones is going to, well, he activated Infestation Infection. This is the one time I guess he doesn't want to have Tachyon. And you'd have to guess that he's going to go for Caster. Because anything less is just not going to get it done. I mean, even if you get Heliotrope and you run this over, I mean, your opponent's just going to go like M7 and get it right back. So, okay, he goes for Magnagora, which means maybe he has a caster in hand. Maybe he's going to search it during his turn. Who knows? I would say that quickest way back into the game is Exciton Knight. I don't know why people have completely given up on Effect Veiler. I don't like Effect Veiler in the main deck anymore. I don't think it's good enough to be in the main deck right now in this format. There's way too many easy +1s for the card to stop, but I like it in the side deck. So we see that Magnagora, he summons himself through his effect, and then Heliotrope comes on board, and then we see a Rivalry of Warlords. Now this is definitely, I don't want to click M7 because I know this. He's a machine. Yes, he's a machine, and this is a reptile. This is a plant. This is like a warrior? A rock. Why is it a rock? I don't know. Anyways, so it looks like Ikarones is thinking about it. I don't think he plays Wiretap, so I think his only option here is to MST. Okay, well, he can do that. Yeah, he can definitely activate Infection. So, yeah, that actually worked out well for him because he can activate Infection. He can send Ikarones, or he can send himself back to the deck. He can send Magnagora back to the deck, and then he can get another card. I mean, now all of the monsters are like different types because what? All right, Tachyon is a spellcaster. Gora is a plant. You're a rock. Caster is a warrior. So that's no good. And he doesn't have any monsters in his graveyard either. It doesn't serve any purpose to get Tachyon. I just get Caster. It's not like you can't tag it back out anyway. His biggest problem right now is this M7 because I assume he's going to detach M7, get Worm X back, and then attack with Heliotrope, knowing that if this dies, obviously he can normal summon Yex and get its effect to get one of these Yagens back on board. The Exceed mechanic did a ton for Worms because it gives them the ability, like essentially it gives Yagen the ability to actually, you know, do something after flipped and not necessarily get banished. Because before it was like, you know, what? It gets banished and you can't do anything. Alright, so you see the detach of Worm Yagen, which gets Yex back to the hand. And it looks like Ikarones was thinking he might use a Fiendish Chain. And unfortunately, there aren't any more Xyzs that Siggy can actually go into. Now, Siggy discards Kataros, which I don't think he meant to do. And yeah, he has a Fiendish Chain. And he wiretaps it. I was going to say, the only thing he could do is, I mean, he could Gaia Dragon it. But clearly he doesn't run. I mean, if he ran Gaia Dragon, honestly, I think he just would have did Gaia Dragon. He would have consented the +1. He would have went Gaia Dragon, attacked, and if his opponent would have used a trap, then he would have wiretapped that. So, I mean, in any ways, you look at M7, it's just going to keep plussing for him anyway. So, I mean, he can detach Yagen and just add Yagen back to the hand. M7 is a really good card. It's really good if you run Honest with it, too. Like, it works outside of its deck. Obviously, it works best in its own deck. Now we see a couple of sets, and play goes back to Coronis. The problem is, it's like, damn this monster being a damn rock, because you have to exceed into that type. But I mean, what rock exceed is there? For the life of me, I can't think of one. And honestly, that's assuming that one of these two back row cards isn't a Blackhorn or a Solemn Warning or a Trap Tricks, Trap Hole Nightmare. You see, he attempts to go into Exciton. I didn't think you can do that. That's what I thought. Yeah, you can only exceed into the type that you already have on board. You are locked into that. That's why if you have like Treeborn Frog or whatever, and it comes back, you can't tribute into a Monarch, because the Monarch would have to be an Aqua type, as Treeborn Frog is. And I don't even think Mobius is Aqua. He's probably something. No, you know what? Mobius has to be Aqua. Like, what other type could he be? I mean, that's the only one that would pretty much make sense. So Icaronis is looking at his extra deck, and I think he's about to come to the realization that he doesn't run any rock extra deck cards. I mean, everything is like Fiend or Dragon or something silly like that. And I guess that's the one good thing about everything being an art type and having what's the word I'm looking for? Having singularity in your deck. You know, when you play something like Boojins, don't have to worry about that, because I mean, the deck can always go into either Beast or Beast Warrior. I mean, hell, Boojin Carnation pretty much puts that restriction on you in the card anyway, so it's no big deal. Georgia, same thing. You just go into Gear Giant X. So Kataros is flipped, which gets another Kataros. And his problem is he used Book of Moon on M7, and he totally can't kill M7 either. And Icarones figures that he can't win the match, and he just decides to scoop it up. Thank you guys for watching, as always.